Hello and welcome to the Ovani Music Manager for Roblox tutorial. This module script is going to let you loop songs perfectly, especially the ones from our website. You'll be able to transition between different songs very easily. You can queue up songs, set if they're looping or not, have them progress naturally. And the best feature really is the intensity feature. You're going to be able to have songs where the instruments are on different tracks, and if something crazy is happening in your game, you'd set intensity to 100% to get all of the instruments. If nothing's going on, set it to 0%, and it will be very calm. And let's get into it. To set up the music manager, you're going to need to create a file hierarchy in your workspace. I do believe it should work in the sound service or anywhere that you place it, but for now, I'm just going to put it in the workspace since that's tradition. Gonna make a folder, name this music, and you can name this whatever you'd like. And then inside of this folder, create a module script, and name this one Music Manager. Now you should have downloaded all of the code for the Music Manager off of our site. Just go to the file that you downloaded and copy all of the Lua code directly into Studio, and just paste it into the Music Manager. Now that all the code has been imported, you've got a working music manager, but it's not going to do anything yet because you don't have any music in your game. Now, it's pretty easy to set that up. Just add in folders to the music folder, and then you're going to name them the same name as what you got in the music pack. See, I've got a couple of samples from our fantasy pack. I've got action and adventure, and the folder that holds all the music has a little tag at the end, RT 3.2. This tag, it means reverb tail of 3.2 seconds. The reverb tail system is built into the plugin, and what it will do is loop music over itself a certain amount of seconds to create this perfect seamless looping feature. And if you buy our packs, it's already set up for that, it'll just work. If you don't have reverb tails, it'll be completely fine. It'll notice that you don't have them in the folder name, and it'll just work. But we do recommend using the packs. So you gotta copy the names into Roblox. See, I'm gonna import action and adventure. And now we just have to put the music files into these folders. I've already uploaded action and adventure to Roblox. I've got them all in my toolbox, so I'll just import those now. And that's it. We're set up with two songs. Adventure with a reverb tail of 4.9 seconds, and Action with a reverb tail of 3.2 seconds. So there are 5 sound assets that come with each song in our pack. A 30-second long stinger slash one-shot asset, a 60-second long stinger slash one-shot, and then 1, 2, and main. Main is the full version of the song at 100% intensity. 2 is the full version at 50%, and 1 is the full version at 0%. Now, if you were to use your own songs, all you gotta do is make sure that the end of the file name is 60, 30, 1, 2, or main. Capitalization doesn't matter for the main one, it just has to have these numbers or this word at the end of the sound asset. Okay. Now, moving on, if you wanted to have this folder somewhere else outside of the music folder, like I can put it here in terrain, you'd need to register it with the music manager using the register song function. We're not going to get into that because it's a random, almost useless advanced feature, but if you for some reason need to dynamically load in music packs, that's how you do it. Now that the music manager is set up with our 2 songs, Action and Adventure, we can start messing with it. Let's demonstrate queuing songs. So I'm going to create a local script in starter player scripts. And inside of here, I'm going to paste some code. And this code, all it does is get the user input service and then execute. Well, it'll print out 1 pressed, 2 pressed, 3 pressed when you press 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboard. Just going to test it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all that's good and ready to go. Now we got to access our music manager. You can't just do workspace.music.music manager because that's not exactly what Roblox likes. You got to create a variable named music manager, set it to equal require, And then you can do workspace.music.music manager. By feeding in the music manager to the require function, it will initialize it. It will scan for the other songs and set everything up, and then return a object that will let you control it. So now that we've initialized it through a local script, we can do stuff with it. So I'm going to go music manager, play song now, and now we can put in the name of the song, and I want to play the action song right here. And the name, it can have spaces, it can have capitalization changes, it will figure out what song you want. Now we got to specify the mode. And there are 3 modes. There's the intensity mode, along with the 30 and 60 second clip mode. To input the mode that you want, just do music manager .modes .intensities or stinger 30 or 60. For now, I'm gonna do the intensities mode, because intensities is the mode of music that has perfect looping. The other 2 modes, cut 30 and cut 60, they're just 30 second, 60 second clips. They don't have any special looping integration. Alright, I'm going to set it to loop, because I would like to demonstrate the perfect looping this plugin has. And I'll set the fade time to 0. The fade time is how long it'll take for the song to start playing from 0 volume to 100% volume. And since we're using play song now, this function interrupts the previous song. If there's no song, it's just going to fade in from nothing. But if there's a song currently playing and you use this function with a fade time, the old song will fade out over the set amount of time, and then this song will fade in over the fade time. Alright, so when I play this and I press 1, it's going to play song now, the song will be action, the mode will be intensities, it'll be looping set to true so we can demonstrate the perfect looping of the intensities part of the pack, and the fade time will be 0 since we're not doing anything with multiple songs right now, it's just going to instantly play. Let's try it. I'm in, I'm going to press 1, and I'm going to let this play until it loops so we can see what that sounds like. Now, if you wanted to interrupt the current song, you'd use play song now with a transition time. So I'm going to set it up so when I press 1, it starts playing action, and it'll load in for 3 seconds. If I press 2, it'll start playing adventure, and then it will also take 3 seconds. Let's try this. I press 1. Faded it in for about 3 seconds. I'm going to press 2. Alright, that faded in for 3 seconds, and I'll just fade back. Great. Now, if we use the other functions, like play song next or later, it's going to set up a list of songs to play. So, as an example, I'm going to have it so that when I press 1, it will play action, but it won't be looping. So when it gets to the end of this song, it will proceed to the next one, which I'll set up to be, We'll hit play song next. Adventure. So when I press 1, it will start playing action, and then when I press 2, it will add adventure to the queue. And once action is done, it will move on to adventure. And since I set up adventure to have looping as true, this one's just going to keep on going forever. Okay, the next important part would be the intensities and fading between different intensities of a song. I'm going to set it up so that it plays the action song, and it will play the intensities version of the song, because otherwise it's not going to do anything. It'll be looping, and it'll just start instantly. Now when I press 2, I'm going to go music manager.intensity.value, and you have to do .value, otherwise you're messing things up, equals 1 for 100% intensity. Now when I press 3, it'll turn it to 0 instead. And this will be a very obvious change. Let's try this. Press 1 to start it. Press 3 to set it to 0. Press 2 to set it to 100. Yep, it works. Let's say you wanted to smoothly change the intensity over time. This is where you'll just use tweens. And if you know a lot about Roblox, or you've been using Roblox for a while, you probably love tweens, the tween service. It's the simplest way to make a transition happen over time. So all you gotta do is, we're gonna make a new tween by using tween service create. We're going to set the instance, aka what's being tweened, to music manager.intensity. We're going to create a new tween info to specify the amount of time. So let's do 3 seconds. It'll take 3 seconds to fade. And then we're going to fade to a destination. So we're going to create a data table and then set value to equal 0. So when I press 2, it's going to fade over 3 seconds from maximum intensity to 0 intensity. And we got to call play on this tween. I'm going to copy this code but do the opposite when we press 3. So now when I press 2, it'll fade to 0, and then when I press 3, it will fade to 100%. Let's try it. Alright, that faded down to 0 over 3 seconds well, and I'll press 3 to fade it back up. Back down. And great. Volume works the exact same way. Instead, we just do music manager.volume.value. So we can set the volume by using this, or we can tween the volume by just doing music manager.volume. I'm not going to demo this because it's something really simple, but set the volume to whatever you'd like. That's just about everything you need to know for using and setting up the music manager. Just remember not to use its functions from the server side. It's all local. Use remote events to sync it up, and have fun creating.